Meet Lana, just a normal girl who enjoys fishing. One day as she lures in this colorful bruxish, a young boy emerges from the sea, Ash Ketchum. Lana doesn't think much of this boy, but little does she know he's gonna be one of the most significant people in her life this summer. Long story short, Ash enrolls at this Pokemon school where Lana studies, meaning that a new friendship is formed. Lana is more of the quiet type, she doesn't say a lot and would often crack jokes and scare her classmates from time to time. Her partner Pokemon is Popplio, whom she befriended after rescuing the poor little sea lion from Team Skull. She also has a Lapras, but she prefers leaving it at home and only using it as a ride Pokemon, especially when she's fishing. And as for her family, Lana's got a normal, down-to-earth one. They may not own a farm or a restaurant or the freaking Aether Foundation, but she's got loving and hardworking parents and the cutest, most energetic set of twin sisters. As part of an incredible group of students under the advisorship of Professor Kukui, Lana is a thoughtful friend who, like the others, enjoys making people feel welcome. Lana helps in planning surprises, such as when they surprise Ash with a welcoming party at the school. During the event, she even challenges him to a lighthearted race between Popplio and Pikachu, but once the race hits the water, Popplio takes the easy win. Lana's Popplio is skilled at creating bubbles, but as of now, it's only capable of making small ones. Lana's dream is to one day explore the mysteries of the undersea in a big bubble. So as nature's way of helping her reach her dream, Lana excavates a Z-Ring ore in a treasure hunt, which scores her 500 points to win the event. But more importantly, this Z-Ring ore can be converted into a fully functioning Z-Ring. Now as Lana tries fishing in Brooklet Hill, she snags a totem Wishiwashi who probably sees something special in her and agrees to a totem battle. With Popplio's tiny bottle, it could barely scratch a totem Pokemon. But seeing its trainer struggling to hold onto its fishing rod, Popplio decides to take matters into its own hands, or flippers. It battles Wishiwashi with all its might. It does a great amount of damage with a series of bubble beams, but as soon as it learns Aqua Jet, it's game over for the school of small fry Pokemon. As a reward for defeating the totem Pokemon, Wishiwashi awards Lana the Waterium Z, and thanks to Olivia, the Z-Ring is restored, giving Lana access to perform the Water-type Z move Hydro Vortex. However, mastering Hydro Vortex is not an easy task. Popplio would often get caught up in the vortex, and being someone who's not very experienced in battling, the Z move is perhaps too powerful for the little sea lion. But everything changes when Lana meets Ida and Kanoa, a couple who are part of the Seafolk community, a group of travelers who explore the various seas around the world. Ida is a performer and her partner Pokemon is Brion. Together they're able to execute the Z move Hydro Vortex, and more so, Brion is capable of creating giant bubbles that could fit and carry a human being. So Lana grabs Ida's hand and asks her to make her apprentice. Lana and Ida spend days practicing on strengthening Popplio's bubbles. Soon, Kanoa lead the gang to find a hidden treasure, but when Team Rocket agitates a wild Delmise, Lana and the group get caught in a turbulent whirlpool. With Ida's Brion getting severely hurt in a battle with Delmise, Lana comes up with a plan to use Hydro Vortex to neutralize the whirlpool. So, with all the fate resting in Popplio's hands, they manage to perfectly execute Hydro Vortex, saving everyone from further danger. Next, Lana and her classmates visit Kanto where they are welcomed by Misty and Brock, two of Ash's longtime friends. There, they learn a lot about regional variations among Pokemon, then proceed to the Cerulean Gym to feast their eyes on some gym battles. Lana specifically exclaims that she wants to battle with Misty, so the Cerulean Gym leader takes on both her and Mallow at the same time. It's a friendly 2v1 between Popplio and Steenie versus Psyduck. The pair manages to hit the mark on Psyduck, then Popplio successfully defends Psyduck's water gun by creating a giant bubble shield. It throws the bubble attempting to drown the duck, but when Psyduck captures them both with confusion, Professor Kukui ends the battle right then and there. Misty complements their battle instincts, which only boosts Lana's confidence. Lana would then spend a day watching all the amazing battles in the gym. Her time in the Cerulean Gym makes Lana appreciate water Pokemon even more. In the end, she receives a replica of a Cascade badge as a souvenir for visiting the Cerulean Gym, and she's been staying in touch with Misty ever since. At school, Lana's best friend is Mallow, whom she's known since they were little. When Lana's mother got some deliveries from Mallow's dad's restaurant, Mallow sees Lana and decides to bring her to her favorite spot in the middle of the forest. Lana was a shy girl, so it took her quite some time to open up to Mallow. But after hanging out with the Pokemon in the forest and creating long-lasting memories, Lana and Mallow's bond grows even stronger. At one point they get lost in the forest, which leads them to the verge of falling off the cliff, but thankfully a Drampa is there to save them. They nicknamed him Grandpa Forest, and they've been friends with him until today. Ever since that day, Lana and Mallow have become an inseparable duo. As a Pokemon trainer, Lana's skills continue to sharpen day by day, so when Lusamine is kidnapped by Nihiligo, she and her classmates bravely enter into its world to rescue her. Here, Lana and Popplio play a significant role by unleashing a powerful Hydro Vortex to take down Lusamine's hypnotized Mismagius. Everyone's finally together and happy, so Lana's next mission is to conduct a surprise wedding for Professor Kukui and Professor Burnett. It's a fun and heartwarming day by the beaches, but as the reception goes on, Lusamine invites Lana and her friends on a special mission. Being one of the few people who have entered the Ultra Wormhole and defeated an Ultra Beast, they are asked to join a special force called the Ultra Guardians, a group of young talented trainers tasked to capture Ultra Beasts whenever they appear around Alola. This is to help wandering Ultra Beasts return to the world and not wreak havoc in their peaceful archipelago. Without hesitation besides Lily, Lana and her friends gladly accept this request of protecting the Alolan people. As a member of the Ultra Guardians, Lana's outfit transforms into this cool cerulean superhero bodysuit decorated with the Ultra Guardian symbol on the chest. Her ride Pokemon is a Dragonair, a gentle and mystical sea creature that fits her aesthetic. During her time in Ultra Guardian missions, Lana helps treat Pokemon injured by the Ultra Beasts, and assists in capturing several of them, including Buzzwole, Blacephalon, and Xurkitree, the last of which she catches herself. On a normal day when Lana and Popplio try practicing at making a bubble helmet, a wild Dewpider sees Lana with her head covered in a bubble and instantly falls in love with her. When Dewpider's water bubble pops, it can't breathe out in the open air, so Lana, being the water type specialist that she is, quickly brings Dewpider to the sea. The tiny spider falls deeper for its savior and even gets jealous of Popplio. Dewpider wouldn't let go of Lana, so she takes it to school for everyone to see. But when Lana pops her bubble, Dewpider doesn't recognize her anymore and instead starts going back to the wild to build its territory. It soon finds a little body of water and decides to call it its home. However, it's got a competition, a speedy Surskit. The two water bugs have a battle, and when it seems like Dewpider is losing, Lana wears her bubble helmet, which only gives Dewpider the motivation it needs to fight back with Miracle. However, the Surskit evolves into Masquerain, but this is a good thing because now it loses interest in the habitat and decides to find a new home. This means the pond is all Dewpider's to claim. But sadly, Lana doesn't catch the water bubble Pokemon despite being her ace in the games. That's because another sea-loving Pokemon is meant to be Lana's partner. But before that, Alola gets struck by an Ultra Plague that oozes energy out of the adults of the region. And so, Lana and the other Ultra Guardians take matters into their own hands and investigate this concerning phenomenon. It turns out that the loss of energy is connected to a Nekrozma that has lost its light. The Ultra Guardian's journey takes them back to Poipol's world, where Lana, Ash, Kyogre, and Gladion unleash their Z-moves to channel massive amounts of energy into Nekrozma, who merge with Nebby to form Duskmane Nekrozma. And with the help of the Alolan people lending their energy, Nekrozma's light is restored, Nebby is released, and Alola is back to normal. Days later, Lana and her sisters are delighted by the announcement that their dad is coming back home after a long expedition of catching Pokemon for some laboratory research. Her mom even says that their dad managed to catch a Kyogre, but she's just kidding. Now we know where Lana's personality comes from. As Lana is shopping for some malasadas for her dad's homecoming feast, Popplio encounters and befriends a curious and playful Eevee, but a series of unfortunate events, thank you Percy, has led Popplio and Eevee to get separated from Lana, and soon they find themselves in the middle of trouble with Team Skull. Good thing Lana and her friends find them, and with the help of Pikachu, Popplio and Eevee are saved. Popplio then deals with Team Skull by showing off its new move, Surf. And Eevee, being a big fan of the sea, rides a surf and double edges Team Skull into oblivion. Realizing that Popplio and Eevee have grown into an unstoppable duo, Lana proposes that Eevee comes with her, and Eevee accepts, so Lana catches the cat dog Pokemon in a dive ball and gives the nickname Sandy. Lana trims Sandy's hair, which bothers the poor little Pokemon Vision, and a new family member is added to Lana's household. These kids have been through a lot. They've traveled through wormholes, completed dangerous Ultra Beast missions, and still managed to show up for school every day. They deserve a break, a vacation. So Lana invites Misty and Brock back to Lolo so they can have a wonderful time. They even go Mantine surfing, an adventure that excites Sandy the most. Afterwards, they visit Treasure Island, which houses some of the best and relaxing experiences you can get in Alola. As the sun sets, Lana and Misty enjoy the ocean breeze together, taking in the calm and beauty of the sea. But when Team Rocket threatens to capture the right Mantine, Lana calls on both Popplio and Sandy, and everyone works together to send Team Rocket blasting off. Lana's meeting with Water-type mentors doesn't end there because soon enough she reunites with Ida and Kanoa, and she learns that Ida's Brionne has finally evolved into Primarina. Lana spends a day with Ida, training her Popplio with its diving maneuvers, bubble making skills, and opera singing techniques, with Sandy butting in whenever possible. Right before Ida and Kanoa depart, Lana showcases the fruits of her training by commanding Popplio to make the biggest bubble it can possibly inflate. It creates a bubble so big that it finally evolves into Brionne. Impressed by Lana's growth, Ida gives Lana Primarinium Z, which Kanoa found in the middle of a treasure dive. Now all Lana needs to do is evolve Brionne into Primarina so they can finally use its signature Z move. Turns out Lana didn't need to wait that long because 14 episodes later the gang decides to go fishing on a reef. In the middle of their sea exploration, Lana and Ash come across a freaking Kyogre. But this Kyogre seems weak because it's hurt by this Pokemon Hunter. Lana and Ash's Pokemon work together to stop the Hunter's Pokemon, but he's caught Kyogre in a chokehold. So with a gentle and calm approach, Lana tries to gain Kyogre's trust and lure it with the fishing lure Misty gave her. Lana successfully lures in Kyogre, awakening the sea basin Pokemon and summoning the rain, which suddenly turns into a storm. Brionne saves Ash, Pikachu, and Sandy by its bubbles, but Lana hangs on the fishing rod for dear life. As Kyogre takes her to the depths of the ocean, Brion tries to chase after Lana, but Kyogre is too fast for it. Seeing Lana's life in danger, Brianna swims so fast that he evolves into Primarina and goes to the rescue Lana after Kyogre lets go of the fishing lure. Kyogre uses sheer cold, providing them a cushion to land on, but the legendary Pokemon is still in distress. So Lana and Primarina go back into the ocean, fishing Kyogre one final time, and thanks to Primarina's soothing voice, Kyogre is calmed. Lana finally fulfills her dream of meeting Kyogre. She embraces the mighty ocean Pokemon and shares a heartfelt goodbye. With a powerful Primarina and a feisty Eevee on her team, Lana decides to enter the Manalo conference where 151 people across Alola battle it out to become Alola's first champion. First, all trainers engage in a battle royale and only the top 16 will move on to the battle rounds. During the battle royale, Sandy teams up with Mallow's Shaman to defeat at least 3 Pokemon, and with a bunch of allies on the field, Lana is well insulated. It's only a matter of time until she reaches the top 16 together with all of her friends. However, in the first round of the battle tournament, Lana is matched against no one else than her best friend Mallow. Mallow is a little nervous to battle her bestie, but Lana cheers her up and motivates her to battle like she always does. The besties promise to give it everything they've got, and soon they begin their 1v1 battle by sending out their best Pokemon, Primarina and Serena. No, not this Serena. The battle starts out evenly with both sides exchanging attacks, but when Primarina lands a devastating icy wind, Serena gets hurt and its speed lowered. Seeing Serena suffering on the field, Mallow decides to return her partner, but the fruit Pokemon refuses to quit. Lana further encourages her best friend to battle until the very end. She says nothing but kind words and compliments Mallow on everything she loves about her. She says that although Mallow has always known everything that her friends need, this time, however, she's wrong. Serena doesn't want to stop battling, it wants to battle with her. Lana's words touch Mallow's heart, so the two trainers finish the battle with their own Z moves. Bloom Doom clashes with Oceanic Apparata, but both moves cancel each other out. Serena is too exhausted to battle at this point, so a final Aqua Jet from Primarina seals Lana's spot in the top 8. Lana and Mallow exchange their congratulations for an awesome battle and share a moment of friendship and respect. As the only girl in the quarterfinals, Lana finds herself under pressure, but she's ready to rise to the challenge. Unfortunately for her, she's matched up against the worst opponent possible, Guzma. Known for his ruthless tactics, Guzma mercilessly overwhelms his opponents with his troublesome team of bug-type Pokemon. And that's exactly what happens with this battle against Lana. Primarina may be a strong battler, but Guzma's Golisopod outright uses Throat Chop, deeming its sparkling area unusable. Primarina then opts for Aqua Jet, but Golisopod then stops with Poison Jab. It's perhaps the most brutal battle in the entire Sun and Moon series. The now poisoned Primarina tries to defend itself with Icy Wind, but Golisopod always finds a way to outmaneuver it. Finally, Primarina attempts to turn the tide with its signature Z-move Oceanic Apparata, but the Z-move hater Guzma commands for liquidation, slicing through the giant bubble and finishing off Lana's beloved ace. Oceanic Apparata is basically useless, man. She's better off using Hydro Vortex. Lana's run in the Manalo conference may have ended there, but she's proud of herself for giving her all, and only promises to train her Pokemon and herself even harder. Lana spends the rest of the Alola League cheering for her friends on the sidelines as she watches the Ash adventure by defeating Guzma, and ultimately go on to win the whole tournament. Then when a bunch of Guzzlord threatens to disrupt the conference, Lana channels her inner Ultra Guardian and helps send the rampaging Guzzlord back to their own world. After watching Ash defeat Professor Kukui in their exhibition match, the gang go back to the usual everyday lives in the Pokemon school, but summer vacation is just around the corner. Each student has their own plans on what to do during the summer. Lily is scheduled to go on a mission with her family to find her father. Mallow aims to work hard at the family kitchen into a restaurant that accommodates both people and Pokemon. Sophocles is going to travel with his cousin Molayne to visit the Moss Deep Space Center. Kiawe wants to train with Olivia to become stronger. Ash plans to head back to Kanto and begin traveling the world. But as for Lana, she seeks to join her father in the ocean research expedition with hopes of finding Manaphy. So after surprising Ash one final time, Lana embarks on a ship with her father and promises Mallow to bring back a Manaphy ink print. A few moons later, Lana is back in the Pokemon school with Mallow, Kiawe, and Sophocles. During her free time, she goes fishing, but instead she lures in Go. After realizing that Go is the boy who's friends with Ash, Lana brings him to the Pokemon school and starts interviewing him with so many questions before Ash arrives. But when Ash finally shows up, they once again surprise him with a mini party. And Lana's got one more surprise for everyone. She received a letter from none other than Lily, who's got a heartfelt message for all of them. Lana reads the letter, which says that Lily and her family are doing fine and are still in the middle of searching for her father. Afterwards, Lana enjoys the afternoon by watching Kiawe's battle with Go and joins the latter's journey of catching an Alolan Exeggutor. Ash along with Go would again return to Alola just before he competes in the Masters 8 tournament. This time he brings Chloe with them, and together they all celebrate the champion's return as well as the return of Lily's father. During this time, Lana has a brief yet meaningful conversation with Chloe. Seeing as Lana's also got an Eevee, Chloe opens up about her own conundrum she and her Eevee have been facing for so long. You see, Eevee can choose one of 8 paths, 8 Pokemon that she can evolve into, and Chloe is unsure which path to take. But Lana says that there's one more path, the Eevee path. Maybe if Eevee can't fully commit into evolving into one of the Eons, then maybe it's just meant to stay as an Eevee. And those words really leave a lasting impression on Chloe. Perhaps it's what helped her ultimately decide not to evolve her Eevee. Lana spends her final days in the anime supporting her friends in the background. She watches Ash, Kyogre, Gladia, and Professor Kukui battle in the homecoming battle royale, and then she would later cheer for Ash as he takes on the Masters 8 tournament. Looking back now, Lana was indeed the glue that holds the Alolan game together. Beyond her reserved and quiet demeanor, Lana is very thoughtful and would usually be the one to keep in touch with her friends when they're apart. Lana is truly one of a kind, and her time in the Pokemon anime will forever be cherished. Thank you so much for watching Lana's complete history. It's your boy LUAP, and I'm off for an exciting adventure under the seas in a big bubble. Peace.